In this video, we're going to learn how to safely test the Cloudmersive Virus Scan API in Postman. That's going to entail downloading a test file from the Cloudmersive antivirus test file page on GitHub, and then uploading the Virus Scan API to Postman using an OpenAPI URL. As we can see here, I'm starting out on a knowledge base article page that covers the same topic we're going over in this video. Down where it talks about triggering clean result false responses, we can follow this link to get to the GitHub account where test files are located. Here, we have a few different test files we can choose from. All of these are inert files that emulate file upload threats we might expect to see in the real world. For this demo, we're going to open up the injection invalid file folder and download the JS injection PDF. When we click on it, we'll see there's an error previewing the file because it's invalid, and that's what we should expect to see. We can click on the download button and save this file in a folder on our desktop. I have a folder designed specifically for files like these, so I'll be sending mine there. With our test file downloaded, we can now open our Postman desktop application and get a new project started. In case you're new to Postman, you can download this application from their website and start a blank workspace to begin playing around with HTTP requests. When we're finished creating our workspace, we can click Import in the upper left area of our page, and we can now import a resource from a URL or from a file. We're going to go the URL route, so I'll head back to my browser now. From the Cloudmersive website, we can click on the search bar, and from here, we can type in Getting Started with Cloudmersive in Postman. When we click on that option, we'll find documentation on what we're covering right now, and if we scroll down a bit, we'll find a list of Cloudmersive OpenAPI URLs for importing APIs to Postman. Down at the bottom, we'll find the Virus Scan API URL, so we can go ahead and copy that now. Heading back to the Postman application, we can paste the link in the URL input field, and we can then click Import. When that's done, we can click on the Virus API dropdown, and we can navigate this path until we find an API action called Advanced Scan a File for Viruses. When we select this action, we can head to the Authorization tab to authorize our API calls. We can get our API key from our Cloudmersive account, and if we don't have an account yet, we can sign up for a free account to get an API key with 800 API calls per month and no additional commitments. I'm going to enter my API key off screen for security reasons, but it goes right here in the value field. Next, let's head to the Body tab. Here we can see we have an input file value set to text, and the first thing we need to do is click on that dropdown and switch this to File. Now we can click on the Select Files field, then click on New File from Local Machine, and now we can select the test file we initially downloaded from the Cloudmersive GitHub page. We can then click Send to scan our file. Down in our response body, we'll see our Advanced Scan API response object with a clean result false response, with the reason being an invalid file was detected. We'll also notice the verified file format value identifies PDF as the file extension, which means this file could open in a vulnerable PDF reader technology. This particular file won't cause any harm, of course, but modern targeted attacks often feature invalid documents like these with malicious code injections that can execute in vulnerable applications. If you have any additional questions about testing Cloudmersive APIs in Postman, please feel free to reach out to a member of our team.